all out. We live in a cancel culture, period. I'm just going to put it up here, what I'm saying. So we live in a cancer, a cancer cancel culture. Say that 10 times very, very fast, you all. Okay, so cancer and cancel. If you look at the word, all you can see is CANCE, and then the change was from R to L or L to R. Now, cancer inverts to rants, and rants means rancid, right? So, cancer actually means rancid. Cancel inverts to lance and lancet, which means to pierce or spear with a sharp instrument, to cut away at or cut out, like one would do with cancer. So you can see the two words overlapping again. And we live our lives in a colonized world that is built on the constructs of cancer, rape, and cancel culture. These are facts. So, how they treat cancer in patients is how they're treating the whole world presently, as if we were all ill, as if we all deserve to have our lives and this world raped until there is nothing left to take from us, thus canceling out our existence once and for all. Using the skies, our food, our water, everything to cause the cancer, and thus providing the soul rotting therapies that rape us to death, that turn us in, that turn our insides into fire, killing us as we live, as we breathe, lost in the putrid belief that we are being healed as we become more supplanted within the ground. Ground breaks into grow under the soil, and soil is Gaia's soul that is imprisoned. This whole thing. Ground is it's an imprisoned mining shaft that is here to give us cancer and to take our cancer and heal it with chemicals of death to ultimately cancel us from existence. And I spell chemicals like this because it is to call us. But to think on this too, okay, ground means, so this is what ground means without separating it into growing under. It means bottom, foundation, surface of the earth. But it also means abyss, hell, and bottom of the sea. And I really want you all to hear that. Ground means abyss, hell, and bottom of the sea. It comes from the Proto-Germanic word grundu, which means deep place or hell, while hell exists within the bottomless seas. Now, I have a question for you. Do you feel you wish to ground yourself even more now, knowing this? To say that we live in a cancel culture is to not explain what they are doing to us well enough, but to assist. Let's split the word culture two ways. The first way is to separate cult from URE, which means your cult. Cancel culture will then mean your cult is canceling you out. The second way is to separate call from cure, CUL from TURE. Now, CUL means to call, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spell this out. And okay, so cull means to cull, which means to select inferior or surplus livestock animals for killing. And cure, TURE, means to turn. Based on this, cancel culture means to cancel by turning the inferior and surplus livestock animals for killing into death. And that goes along with the ideas that we Holiums are sheep for the slaughter, yellow-bellied chicken, turkeys, sitting ducks, and chattel livestock. All of these references that they have used as slang in our English language. So look to the sky, my fellow livestock of human persuasion, is you and I and all of us are undergoing chemo and radiation therapy from the sky and everywhere else because the rapists, got together and agreed that we are useless feeders, inferior beasts, and a cancerous plague on this earth. Now, to see evidence of this, just look to the Georgia Guidestone Commandments number 1 and number 10. Number 1 is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. And 10, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. They repeated it twice. So maintain humanity in their perfect ratio. And by the way, the word ratio also comes from the word ration. So to ration. So to maintain humanity in the perfect ratio of 500 million, culling must occur consistently, as well as controlling and limiting reproduction, like in commandment number 2. 2 is to guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Number 10 clearly implies that humans are the cancer to this world in the predator's hive Lizzie minds. And the entire Georgia Guidestones was written only to reference the shackling, controlling, and owning of humans completely under totalitarian rule. And these 10 New World Order commandments give the parasites free rein to farm, harvest, eat from, and own all surviving humans from 2030 on into perpetuity. And actually, the moment they started to give us the COVID shots, and actually, the moment they started spraying the skies so heavily, they are farming, harvesting, and eating from us. So, do you understand now what is very much going on here? The predatory mind, the parasitical underworld, and their defecating minions are doing everything in their power to destroy, cull, and euthanize us all in a satanic Luciferian takeover of humanity. Readying, preparing to turn the chosen 500 mil into transhuman boards with only a few who can really see it. Raping us all in one or two ways repeatedly our whole lives in some form or fashion, mining us, taxing us, masturbating us to death until we are beaten and defiled by their filth, leaving us disturbed and confused by where our lives went and why we lay dying in the middle of paradise, wanting more of these dark waters than we were given. We are yearning to stay, even if under punishment as slaves with no mind to think with and no heart to feel our lives with. The rapture is not coming because it's already here, and it has been here for a very long time. We've already been abducted. We've already been carried off. We are already being raped. This is nothing new, but what is new is how they're planning on bringing us down into their full domain from hell. They will manipulate us to climb inside their inhuman meta-culled droid metabeds that will fulfill the eagle song, Welcome to Hotel California, when it says, you can check in any time you'd like, but you can never leave. And yet they suggest that we are the cancer upon the earth. I think not. And I hope you think not too.